Welcome back, everyone, to the smartest year ever, our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalist. My name is Gordy. Good to see you. And since it's still Brain Week, I was just wondering, what is the longest anyone's ever stayed awake? And did they survive it with their sanity intact? I'm losing my mind because you haven't liked and subscribed yet. So please like and subscribe so you can keep up every single day. I do this every single day, please. In 1964, a 17-year-old named Randy Gardner decided to find out just how long he can stay awake, all for a school science fair project. He stayed awake for 264 hours, just over 11 days without any stimulants. And guess what? I'm not on any stimulants either. This is just how I am. Ask anyone who knows me in real life. Gardner didn't do it alone, though. His parents actually eventually agreed, and the experiment was monitored closely by Dr. William Dement. That is a freaking Dickensian name for a psychologist. He's a pioneering sleep researcher from Stanford, along with Lieutenant Commander John Ross, a Navy physician. And they conducted cognitive and neurological tests throughout the ordeal. Gardner was surprisingly upbeat at first. He was even playing basketball, going bowling, and he was giving press interviews during the early days of this experiment, or science fair experiment. But as the sleep deprivation wore on, his mood shifted. He began having trouble concentrating. He forgot what he was saying mid-sentence, and he reported hallucinations, including mistaking a street sign for a person. Now, you stop. Stop. Despite all this, he completed the 11-day stretch and finally went to sleep for 14 hours straight afterwards. And then he woke up, he ate breakfast, and he somehow, he seemed fine. Yeah, miraculously, he didn't die. He didn't even suffer permanent brain damage, as far as we know. He had just a little memory loss for that exact time period, a little paranoia, some mood swings, and some full-blown hallucinations. Just those little things. Other than that, totally fine. Dr. Dement later called it one of the most fascinating experiences of his career. Gardner, for his part, said he also, I never want to try anything like this again, okay? Thank you, Dr. Dement. But this is not even an official world record. The Guinness Book of World Records actually removed the sleep deprivation category years ago for health and safety reasons. People kept trying to break it, and the brain really does not appreciate being part of a contest like that. It doesn't like that. Not as much as it likes being the fattest twins on motorcycles. Since then, though, plenty of challengers have claimed to beat Gardner's record time, like Tony Wright. He said he stayed up for 266 hours in the year 2007 while live blogging about like bananas or something. But without clinical monitoring, these records are mostly wishful thinking. The human brain is very sneaky. When sleep deprived, it starts slipping into microsleeps, like for a few seconds at a time. Like even with your eyes open, you may not even notice it's happening, but like your EEG will be able to pick up on like you're actually asleep. Like you're staring at me and like you were telling a really boring story, but you fell asleep during it. So what actually happens when you skip sleep? Like after 24 hours, your brain starts to feel jet lagged, reaction time slows, judgment gets weird. You basically feel drunk without all the fun parts. And by 48 to 72 hours, things get darker. The brain begins firing off random signals. You know, those cause hallucinations, paranoia, and slurred speech. Your sense of time warps, your body starts to forget how to thermoregulate properly, and your immune system, it just pretty much checks out. Peter Tripp, a 1950s radio DJ, tried a 200-hour stunt for charity and had a full-on psychotic break, accusing doctors of being imposters and claiming his desk was on fire. After finally sleeping, he seemed fine, though, but follow-up studies suggested his brain was never quite the same. Can never trust a desk again. Sorry, guy. So what does the brain actually do when you do sleep? A lot. For one thing, it uses deep sleep to wash out waste, literally. to wash out waste. The glymphatic system clears out metabolic junk that builds up during the day. Without it, your brain gets foggy and toxic. Sleep also helps consolidate memories, regulate mood, and repair neural connections. And like you've probably heard, or heard of the lymphatic system, right, which drains waste from most of the body, but it doesn't reach the brain. That job falls to the aforementioned glymphatic system. It's a separate network that uses glial cells to flush out brain waste during deep sleep. Extreme cases like fatal familial insomnia, that's a rare genetic disorder where people lose the ability to sleep entirely, show that prolonged sleep loss can actually be fatal. Their brains essentially just disintegrate over time. So while Randy Gardner recovered just fine after a long nap, no one's really lining up to replicate it in a lab again. As I mentioned, Gardner himself said he later regretted doing it. And he's since become an advocate for better sleep, which I feel like literally any sleep, I guess, counts as better sleep for, in terms of what he did back then. So there you have it. The longest anyone's ever stayed awake wasn't some superpower stunt. It was a teenage experiment that almost nobody wants to repeat. The brain's an amazing machine, and sleep is not a weakness. It's a neurological housekeeping service. Thank you to all my sources, which can be found in the YouTube description. Please leave me a comment, rate, like, subscribe, and follow. What is the longest you've ever stayed awake? If you'd like to share that one, I would like to know that. Go check out the 1-minute version at Smartest Year Ever everywhere on social media. You can find that little cute 1-minute version. And in the meantime, stay curious and stay clever on our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalist. I will see you tomorrow in the Smartest Year Ever.